Up next on Lion TV, we have Bo Bramlett with a look into all the hard work the boys soccer team has put into their season. Following that, we have Shyla Bram with all the details on what goes on in the economics classes.
And me, David Hodges, with the forecast for graduation tonight. All that and more, Lion TV starts now.
Good morning, City High School. I'm Braden Farron.
And I'm Marley Snow. We hope you had a wonderful week so far. Let's go ahead and get into some morning announcements. Girls softball tryouts will be on May 19th from 4 to 5:30 at the high school softball field. Make sure to wear softball pants if available, a t-shirt, and cleats or tennis shoes. Make sure to bring a glove and a bat if you own one, as well as a copy of your current physical. Please see Coach Jonas in room 208 prior to tryout.
Tryouts for the tennis teams will be held today at 4 p.m. through the 7th at high school tennis courts. Any students entering 9th through 12th grades who is interested in participating should email Dr. Watson to sign up and receive more information. You must have a current physical to try out.
The drama department is hosting Downtown on the Farm Theater Day Camp Wednesday, May 28th to the 31st from 1 to 4:30 p.m. Saturday's time will be 10:30 to 5 p.m. The court is $35 before May 23rd and $40 after. Camp will be held at the Searcy High School Performing Arts Center. Performance will be Saturday from 4 to 5.
Economics is an important subject all high schoolers need to know before graduating.
Despite the class being only one semester, economics can help someone for the rest of their life.
Shyla Brand has a story on one of our economics classes here at SHS.
Economics is the study of people allocate scarce resources to meet unlimited wants. Teachers work hard to prepare and teach economics, ensuring students learn about production, consumption, and distribution of goods and services.
I have taught both the 9th graders economics and I've taught 11th and 12th graders. But what I have found is my 11th and 12th graders, it really does not take much to get them interested because it really is the one thing that impacts you every single day.
Learning about credits could affect them by teaching them how to spend their money wisely, understand the economy, and learn things that they may not have been able to learn themselves.
It really helped me with, learning about credit cards. When you get a credit card, don't spend too much, spend little amounts to get your credit score up.
We do what the common conversation is in the zeitgeist in our culture. We talk about that. It was credit. We're talking about credit. And so I give y'all the information that you need to know. This is what credit is. This is what you're doing, whatever. But then today, I showed just a small clip of a person who has a different opinion.
Teaching economics could be a struggle because it's a process to be comfortable with the way you teach and how you deliver it towards your students.
I like hearing teachers talk about it and explain it. That might be my favorite part about everything.
I think it just comes down to talking because I think, again, y'all are just at that age, you're 11th and 12th graders for the most part, and you're about to hit adulthood. It's coming. You're about to knock on that door.
When teaching economics, you have to set goals and have plans for your students. A teacher could have goals to teach your students good and bad ways to spend money.
I want you guys to be able to just be peaceful when it comes to money or when it comes to making your decisions. Or if you want to take economics out of the whole money thing, because it's not really just the science of money, it's the science of decision making. If you want to take it to that, just know that every time you make a choice, you are giving something up. There is a consequence, and sometimes it's worth it, sometimes it's not.
This shows how preparing to teach economics is difficult. It also shows how teaching economics requires you to set goals and have plans for your classes and students, and how economics is important in a student's life and how it benefits them. Now back to the news desk.
Thanks, Shyla, for showing us just how important economics is.
A viral video showing a dog being drugged with a catch pole down a road in England, Arkansas has sparked outrage. The video shows the dog being pulled alongside a truck before being placed in a cage. Terry Wood, owner and director of Nova Star Rescue, a nonprofit organization in Dover, condemned the actions being depicted in the video. The dog, now named Liam Charles, is safe and recovering in the hands of Wood and her rescue team at Nova Star. The man police say is responsible for dragging the dog is 38-year-old Jacob Eugene Smith. Smith was arrested on May 5th and faces animal cruelty charge.
India fired missiles at Pakistan earlier Wednesday. It was retaliation for last month's massacre of Indian tourists. Pakistan called the strikes an act of war and claimed it down several Indian fighter jets. The missiles killed more than 24 people, including women and children, in Pakistan-administered Kashmir and the country's Punjab province, Pakistan's military said. Pakistan said it reserved the right to respond, raising the specter that the back and forth could spiral in an all-out conflict between the nuclear-armed rivals. Following the strikes, there was a heavy exchange of fire that officials in each country said left more people dead. Pakistan Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif commended the armed forces for shooting down 5 Indian jets, which he said were hit after they fired their missiles, but while still in Indian airspace.
The conclave to elect a new pope officially began on Wednesday with a Vatican official calling out extra omnes and the door to the Sistine Chapel shutting. The Latin expression means all out and signals that all who aren't eligible to vote for a new pope to leave the Sistine Chapel. The order delivered Wednesday by Archbishop Diego Ravelli allows the beginning of the voting to elect the 267th pope to follow Pope Francis, history's first Latin American pontiffate.
The SHS boys soccer team is having quite the season as they make a push for state.
Our reporter Bo Bramlett has a story of how this team is consistently one of the leaders in conference each year.
Soccer season is coming to a close for our SHS Lions. They have sure brought the competition. With lots of practice, time, and opportunities to get better, they have managed to make every second count in order to make this season great. Every team does one thing before the start of their season, and that is to set a goal to get their mindset right to accomplish what they set.
Our goal from the beginning of the season was to make this team just a team that Cersei overall would remember, and that to go win state and just do something that so many years haven't done.
Was to score more goals than I did last year, have better assists, and win more games.
Leadership is an important trait that every team should have. Our Lions showcase this by having strong seniors that build the chemistry of the team.
Yeah, I feel like everybody on the team, we all have chemistry, and we understand how we all play, and as a team, I think we understand each other.
So what the seniors have done for me is they have given me somebody to look up to and a role model to chase. They've encouraged me and showed us what players can really be. David was here, David Montano and Adrian Sanchez. They've all just given me something really good to look at and strive for.
Cersei on the far left crosses it up top. He gets it on the inside for another score from these Cersei Lions.
With the year coming to a close, they have accomplished many great things that many teams have never done before. With all the accomplishments they have achieved this year, they look to not slow down with the coming seasons.
To stay 100 and to really strive to be a team that is remembered, and to get there, we're just going to have to keep working 100% effort and never let our minds off the goal. My goal is to take what I've learned from all the older players who have been successful in these last few years and make sure that the players under me understand those things that I learned, and to really just make this team a team that Cersei's never going to forget.
1, 2, 3, Lions!
We wish our Lions the best of their season and hope for many more wins to come. Now let's send it back to the news desk.
Thanks, Bo. The state tournament will be starting up soon, so make sure to cheer both your boys and girls teams.
I know I will. Hopefully the weather is nice and clear for them.
David Hodges can shine some light on that with a look into our forecast for next week. David?
Today, high of 73, cloudy skies, vapors hit 24%. Winds are northeast 12 miles an hour, humidity 73%, and sunrise is about 6 a.m. Tonight is graduation, and we're going to have a low of 54, partially cloudy, rain 17% chance, winds north-northeast 10 miles an hour, humidity 71%, sunset 8 p.m. The almanac is last 7-day average, high of 82, low of 61, monthly average of precipitation 5.93 inches. Month to date is 1.51 inches. Saturday, partially cloudy, 74 to 54, 10%. Sunday, Mother's Day, partially cloudy, 75 to 58, 24%. Monday, 77 to 59, 34%. Tuesday, 83 to 63, and 23%. And Wednesday, high of 86, low of 67, rain percent 23%. And it looks like Monday is going to be pretty stormy that day, so I would stay inside. Now back to the news desk.
Thanks, David. I wonder what the cafeteria ladies are whipping up for us today.
Today, for lunch, we will be having boneless chicken wings with honey barbecue sauce, classic cheese pizza, classic American cheeseburger, beef nachos, ham and Swiss cheese sub, fresh pear, and milk.
Make sure to thank the ladies who prepare the meals for you each and every day.
Marley, it looks like we have a familiar face in the studio.
That's right. Kat Bremen has a Lion of the Week that's making her second appearance on the segment. Kat?
Welcome back, Susie, to another week of Lion of the Week. And our special guest here today is Dixie Harry. So, Dixie, I heard that you're the new president of Drama Club. How do you feel?
I'm so glad I got the role. It's something I was looking forward to all year, and it's finally happened, and I'm so excited for it.
Okay, and are there any big changes you want to make than it was last year?
I want to bring us closer together because we've kind of slowed down this year, and I want to start just adding more things, adding us to do team building, just getting closer.
Okay, and what are some of the hardest decisions you had to make this year before you became president?
Deciding exactly who I want to work with, who is going to be under me, and trying to figure out ways to not just to work together and trying to learn their communication styles and also working my own.
Okay, and when you first joined Drama Club, what were your first thoughts?
I was nervous because it's first year there, but I did theater that year also, so I knew the people. But there's some people I didn't know that was in it, and it was kind of nerve-wracking at first.
Okay, and what's it like to work with their officers?
I love it. I love the people I'm working with. They're really good people in general. I enjoy talking to them and learning how to work together in different ways.
Okay, and finally, what advice would you give to next year's students who want to be president?
Start talking to people this year. Start getting to know everyone, the freshmen, make sure they feel welcomed, and then making sure the people under you feel like they can always come to you.
Well, Cersei, that's all the time we have in this week's Line of the Week. I'm Kat Berman, and I'll see you guys next week, Cersei.
Thanks, Kat. Now it is time for sports.
That's right, Marley. Bo Bramlett is back with a look into the NBA playoffs and much more.
Good morning, Cersei. I hope everyone has had an amazing week. Let's get into sports announcements. The SHS baseball team played Little Rock Central Monday night, defeating the Tigers 11-1. They also played their last conference games of the season against Valley View, losing the first game 3-4 and the second game 3-9. Softball will also go on to lose their games 7-10 and 3-15. The girls and boys soccer teams will head on the road to Valley View for the last game of the season. The boys and the girls both stand first in their conference, with the boys' record of 12-0 and 1 tie, and the girls' 14 wins and 0 losses. With the win tonight, they are locked for the number 1 seed in the state playoffs. Be sure to come out to support our Lions. Our track team competed in the state finals last night, and we will have those results for you next week. In national sports, the first round of the NBA playoffs concluded with some incredible matchups. The Thunder defeated the Grizzlies in a not-so-competitive series, winning 4-0. But the late injury from Ja Morant in the third game, causing him to be out for the fourth game, was costly for the Grizzlies. Key players from the OKC were Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, who led the Thunder in scoring, and Jalen Williams contributed consistently with scoring, assists, and rebounds. The Warriors faced the number 2 seed Houston Rockets, who were the favorites of this matchup, but that did not stop Steph Curry and the Golden State going up 3-1, looking to take the series in Game 5. But Houston would not let that happen, tying the series 3-3, sparking a much-needed momentum heading into Game 7. But Buddy Hield would not let Houston come back, scoring 9 threes to lead the Warriors to a 103-89 win over the Rockets. The Timberwolves would go on to face the Lakers, where many fans believed that LeBron James and LA would go far in the playoffs. But the Timberwolves would go on to prove everyone wrong, defeating the Lakers 4-1 with an impressive showing from the young Timberwolves star Anthony Edwards. James would tell Anthony Edwards, make the next step after losing the series in Game 5, showing great sportsmanship and encouragement to the talented young player. The Indiana Pacers would defeat the Milwaukee Bucks 4-1, led by Tyrese Halliburton, who just a couple weeks ago was voted the most overrated player in the NBA. After Game 5, Halliburton's dad would run onto the court, starting confrontation with Giannis Antetokounmpo, leading him to get banned from attending another NBA game. Boston and Cleveland, who are two of the favorite teams in the East, would steamroll their competition moving into the next round. The Heat would not take a game over the Cavaliers, and the Magic would manage to come out victorious one time. The last two series to be played would be the New York Knicks versus Detroit and the LA Clippers versus Nuggets, where both games came down to the Game 7. The New York Knicks would sneak past the Pistons, ending their hopes of a playoff run after an historically horrendous season the year prior. Despite a competitive series, the Denver Nuggets came into Game 7 to prove they are still one of the best teams in the league, showcasing their offense, defeating the Clippers 101-120. That's all the sports updates I have for you, Cersei. Now let's send it back to the news desk.
Thanks, Bo. Well, it seems we've made it to the end of another episode of Lion TV, Cersei. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel at Cersei High Lion TV. Also, head over to CerseiLionPress.com to see Maddie Anderson's most recent story on the spring play Treasure Island.
And to follow us on X at Lion TV, Instagram at Cersei Lion TV, and on Facebook at Cersei High Lion TV. Signing off, I'm Marley Snow.
And I'm Braden Farron. Have a great weekend, Cersei.